Thinker has a task for you. So here's some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. It would appreciate if you could assist with this task. Now, those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. Then, when you are done, be sure to let Reen know. Awesome. Alright, so, I guess Southeast Derelict. I didn't really look at the map. Not subboils. Night soil. The night soil pots. That's what I meant to say. Hey, Thoric, I remember you. Oh, Lord Vothri, you are my daily meal. Alright, so there's no one else down here, so let's try the understory, so the mainstay. Up above, the amiable maiden. I don't know if I remember you. I hurts, please, Lord Vothri, take away the pain. You're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death. Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah, I remember you. My mistress, she's been injured. Please, help her. I beg of you. I beg you. What is this? She's sleeping. A medicine to help her rest while she awaits treatment, you say? Oh, thank you so much. When she began acting strangely, I didn't know what to do. And then the canopy, so let's just go back down and use our little special teleport. Oh, teleport! Oh, teleport! A teleport! Gonna teleport, y'all. I'm gonna teleport. Teleport, baby. Teleport. Free citizen. Must stop. Trespassers sully our paradise. No, or where did you fly to, my sweet canary? Oh, it's you. It's all the people from the quest we did. Oh, isn't that a nice touch? I did not pick up on that the first time I did this. Maybe because I was doing every single side quest while I was doing Shadowbringers the first time around, so not surprised I forgot the little details like that. Yeah, but those were all the people we did on our little first trip to Eulmore. You guys don't remember all those little filler quests I kept complaining about? Those were all of them. Oh, there you are, Firemac. I've just finished aiding this man. Now, for the next one. More out in the derelicts and below, you say? So many of them. But I'm feeling entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring the enthralled to you. You know, I'm a tank. I got that enmity generation. Oh, that would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you, Firemac. I'll do my best to keep pace. Oh crap! I didn't mean for the actual quest to make it be the quest thing to do. Did I skip it so I don't have to actually do it?
You're going to be all right.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded.
Well, really? Because I don't see two key Eulmorians.
As for the rest...
Yeah, there they are. I was like, what's going on?
Stefano, the painter boy. What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this.
You got it. You got away with her words, my boy.
Citizens of Eulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
Goog.
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthri took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Daedalus? I like saying Daedalus better.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises.
By the way, just a quick aside right now. Actually, you know Dulia Chai here. She's, you know, she's a bigger Mikote. She's a little plump, a plumpy girl. Now, if you recall, in the intro to the Shadowbringers, when they showed us Eulmore, there was a bunch of plump Mikotes. But do you see any other ones here? No, it's just Dulia Chai. So, like, what the heck? Where's the rest of them? Where are they hiding?
Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Praise from sister. This will be much appreciated.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Woo! Progress! I'm actually glad it was straightforward from there, because that would be stuck in the whole asking questions phase of how to get there. Alphonse's eyes glisten with joy. The ladder is situated to the north and west of right. Let us make our way there, Firemac. Alright. Oh, the bottom rung, okay. Right! To right! The simplest puns make everyone groan. I shall make them nonetheless. Orange? Orange, would you please? Firemac, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepares to activate them as we speak. For our arcane knowledge, Justola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which have too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Lumber. Freaking lumber. My thanks, Firemac. Directly to the south of thou will find a dry dock. Venment yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. Yeah, just teleport back to right. Urvith. Oh there, sinner! Haven't seen you around here before? New to Gate Town, I take it? If you need lumber for a shack, you've got to come to the right. You've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too. They'll cost extra. How much? You want lumber to restore the ladder? Wow. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return, of course. Of course is always a favor. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead. We'll see if your total matches mine. Now, for some of the lumber's lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithil the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Man, don't make me freaking counter. Take stock of the supply number. You can counter. Are you serious? Do I have to guess the number? I mean, make an educated guess of the number. Taking stock for Urvith? Are you? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted through, so we tossed them out. So 57. Okay. No, 59. Oi, Grithel, another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now. Right then, bring the good ones here, and be sure to let Earthvith know as well. Do I seriously have to do some math? I don't remember having to do math. So, 59 plus 12, so 70, 72, 71. Or how many planks does that make now? You're writing those numbers anyway. I'm sure you can work it out. Gee, thanks. $71, I think. I might have a couple numbers mixed up in my head. But you guys will let me know, right, if I messed up the math. It's real simple math, but you know, I'm trying to take count of everything. Alright, so now we're up to 82. You count 11 planks in the stack. Really? Did I have to do math back then too, man? $82 and 24. So that makes 104. 104 stacks of wood. 104 pieces of wood. Done, are you? So how many planks did you count? Great. 104 is not even amongst the answers. So let's go with 103. It could be 106, but I'm gonna go with 103. Oh, close. Seems you haven't accounted for the planks that were delivered or thrown out. Might check that notes again. Okay, so 106? Ah, that's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, my friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for, anyway? I don't even want to think about where I messed up in math. It's that conversation inside the chat that really threw everything off. You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned! If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all itch to do something greater. The fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? He won't mind. He'd welcome the help. Wonderful! I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. And these last two locations are all about Talos. Talos. Use the Talos. I could have teleported to right. Yeah, it don't matter. We're close enough. Alright, Uranjay, we've counted some wood. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? Well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but what the work shall be completed ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last did the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us when thou takest thou final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Did it just get really dark? You guys see that? That was weird. The view from above. Uranjay is wearing a pensive look. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not at least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain detached from the land as it is. For the present, to it appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldest take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. So we're actually being forced to rest right now. Okay. We're waiting for stuff to happen.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Eulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them. Crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Eulmore. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. The vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember? What do you mean, remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have.
Emmett Silk is on suggesting something.
Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the XIV? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl?
He has not.
What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
You can't even see me do it.
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
He's like exhausted. Like, too much hammering.
It's alive.
Oh, hey, Ardbert.
I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now.
When you think about it, the poor freaking Ardbert has been wandering like that for 100 years, because the Flood of Light was at that point. So it's been 100 years since then. Poor Ardbert. He must have gone insane waiting, doing nothing.
I think it all just got to be too much.
Maybe he zoned out for 100 years and just wasn't really there. Questions for another time, I guess.
The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude.
Yeah, well, he's talking about it right now, I guess.
Time wears you down, Hi. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Silk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Ardbert. He's been around way longer.
All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else.
Alize, are you making puns over there?
That's the spirit. Come on then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time.
That's Ardbert talking.
watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
Arbert's my buddy, man.
No one but me remembers that day.
Everyone else be like, "What? Who was he waving to? Was it me? Was it me? What? What's going on?"
Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
So ironically enough, that was the new area cutscene. It was the same how Almarang got one when we went to the other side that we couldn't reach before. So we are officially on the other side of Calusia, making all the 5 zones we've been to completely explored by now. I mean, will be explored. There still leaves the mysterious 6th zone. And here we finally are, at the top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alphino, Firemac, come up here! There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? Boom, 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 ba-dum. Right here? Wait, where do you want me to go? The heck are you, Alice? Alice, where the hell are you? Oh, I can type decipher where the heck this is on the map. There you are. There's a village, Firemac, over to the northeast. And also... No, actually, you're right. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but what was before I spied someone leave it. But that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Firemac. Alright, I see the person, but if I recall, there's actually a bird staring at us somewhere. I think. I might be wrong. So, it's like a thing that a lot of people know about, and I didn't really know about until people started talking about it. I don't see the bird. You guys see the bird? I don't see the bird. I don't see the bird. But I definitely see the person. So might as well go with it. You guys see it? Oh, there it is. There's the bird. Shoebill. Look at that. The creature stares at you unflinchingly. This probably isn't the mysterious person now they saw. Hey, I recognize this guy. You guys recognize that guy? Here, I'll tell you. It's the guy we saved, the artist that we saved, from way back when. He got pushed off into the freaking ocean. You have located the mysterious person, however, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly turns back to the village. Yes, no, Oh no, he spotted me! Oh! There's someone, right? They were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do we say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit. I dare say we have a bit time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed uninhabited. Boom 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 ba-doom. Ba-da-dum boom boom ba-doom pa. Ba-da-dum boom boom ba-doom pa. Ba-da-dum boom boom ba-dum ba-dum boom 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 ba-doom pa. Ba-doom boom boom ba-doom pa. Boom 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 boom. So look at that thing just floating up in the air with all that going on. Crazy, isn't it? We got dried victuals. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun quite recently by your reckoning. Then we got this door. Hello, door. Goodbye, door. You hear faint sounds from inside the building, however the door refuses to budge because they freaking blocked it. I like how Alice is literally just peering inside the window. I could have sworn I heard a noise. Maybe in here? Yep. Half-empty cup. The cups are half empty, or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. Why everybody hiding? Just come on out. Just come on out! What news, Firemac? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Maybe this place is really abandoned. You know, there's obvious signs that there's people here. Indeed, while there's no one to be seen, this place in this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? A bunch of Muggles. I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? They told you. It's the same guy. Yo! You're Tristal, from the artist from Eulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you and bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, here of all places. We could say the same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Eulmore. How did they get up here? Is my question. As I wandered the wild, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel, oh, there you go, which led us to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did, at any rate, until Mount Golg broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives? Aye, but I see there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? We need to go up there. Like, dude, Vothri is a freaking Sin Eater. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. So Vothri is a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Golg. 'Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owed you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but to say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. We are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Golg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba ba-da da 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 da. Woo! 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 Alize is eager to get on with the task in Mount Golg's shadow. Oh my god, cats are killing me. Yet another hapless soul that Alphino saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind up for us to explore. Firemac and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh. Very well, then. Just take care out there. Look at that. Straight off there. I could fly there if I wanted to. I think. No, it's too far. We'd hit an invisible wall. Where's the thing? Elze. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. I'm gonna see more. Oh, I know. I see nothing but cacti and annoying enemies. Destination. Surveying. I'm under attack. Chocobo to my side. There's clearly a path here. There's more buildings. Wait, is that the same buildings? It can't be the same buildings, is it? Is this freaking lady just laughing at me? Ignore the fact that there's clearly an aetheryte just to the left there. Hello, Alize. It's clearly a path, like we can keep going there. Like, what the heck?
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. Unjudging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
What are we looking at?
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
You got up here pretty fast. Yeah, Crystal Exarch, what you doing out here, man?
Urianger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Oh god, that's a lot of centimeters.
seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop run. Thither should we make our way.
How about teleportation? We teleport there. Kind of. I don't know. Just instant transmission. Someone unlock that real fast. We'll get there in no time. Wait, hold on. Where are you exactly? I was over there. Judging our difference, it might be more or less the same speed, because given the fact I just had to teleport, then I have to go all the way up as I try to reach there. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Which way would have been faster? I think it kind of rounds out to be around the same. Maybe the other way would have been a little faster, by like maybe 5 seconds, which does kind of matter. But, what can you do? I didn't expect to see the Chais up here, but I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. For this, we need to put all our heads together. A gigantic undertaking. Alize would share the findings of your scouting mission with everyone.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Forthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro. But without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Eulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to earth!
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands? And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Well, let's see. First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armorain. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Maud Sook. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Eulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
You don't say.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Eulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
With lots and lots of connections and time. Oh my gosh, all the time in the world. The Savers of the World, Adventures of No Import, the artist Alphino and his assistants. You know what? Let's go with the funny option. The artist Alphino and his assistants.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
Quite the undertaking you've taken, Mr. Chai.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Oh, we just now accepted the quest. And they're all gone. We just all went poof. Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Well, actually... What? A village of Eulmoreans exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. Oh... This will never work, ever. I never should have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have written it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Oh dear, Dylan appears to have lost the plot, but he has it in him, Firemac. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants more confidence sometimes. If you have given him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation, awaken his sense of daring. Choose words that will best encourage China's. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirits sufficiently through the conversation. What? Encourage China's. Oh what? Oh what? Duty commenced. China's is plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. Talents of that size. No one's even dreamed of it. Alpha 1 struggled to collect firewood. Dulia is counting on you as well. You're a genius. You can do this. Okay, so Alpha 1 struggled to collect firewood. He did? But he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. Nuzz still harbors some misgivings. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not Bowley-like to give it. Tristel's among them. You said so yourself, lest you've forgotten. We essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. You don't know until you apologize. I'll come with you. Don't worry, he'll forgive you for sure. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. It's between the first and third option, I think. Let's go with this one. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together. Even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. Nuzz is still harboring some misgivings. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous talent is impossible. No amount of contrition will change that. But even by some miracle, the people of Amity were willing to let the bygones be bygones. They think the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Eulmore. We liberated a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. Everything you touch turns to gold. No one would doubt your plans. So it's between the first two. Let's see, less absurd than a change that's come to Eulmore. We liberated a castle with strategy that many would call absurd. I'm going with the first one. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Eulmore. Well, I can't argue with that logic. Enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. China's is feeling somewhat optimistic. But realistic or no, there's no guarantee of success. There are risks to consider should the venture fail. Imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Vatri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters. We'll meet a horrible end. Then we'll go together. Absolutely not. I'll protect you. I'll protect everyone. Maybe. We could build Talos for battle. No. I think this one doesn't... None of these really kind of indirectly praise him. But I think I'll go with the protection one. I'll protect you. I'll protect everyone. I see what you did there. That's how you win over the masses, with that irrepressible aura of dependability. But very well, you've made your conviction clear, and I'm assured in spite of myself, I won't let my fears get the better of me. It's unseemly if nothing else. Nuzz is burning with motivation. Duty complete! Yeah! Wow, that was an absurd conversation. Yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Nod of justice! Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the village, with Tristel. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Eulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. But perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai. That you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again, by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But is a man if not an idealist creature? What is man if not an idealist? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up. Yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling. Like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. Is that what she said? The first to see your Talos, okay. And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. To Amity. Amity, or Amity. To Amity. We should probably check on them. I'm glad my words struck a chord, shall we? Interesting choice of words. Actually, I don't recall what those words might have been, but they do sound vaguely familiar. I'm sure they were said somewhere in the past. Speak with Tristal. Here we go. It's the apologizing scene, which I honestly don't remember anything about, so let's see what happens. So Tristal, you see, are they even here? They're not here, but trust me, Tristal, they're coming. There they are. You! You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Golg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignore my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You have every right to be upset. Valtry's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what to do, what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even in my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends at Mount Golg. See our friends to Mount Golg. I was about to say, what? You have my word. I'll set to work on design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show for the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Got it. Got it, man. I'm with you all the way, Nuzz. You surely turned around, man. You're not so bad after all. Ah, wicked white. Oh, we're not done. Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stones as well as imbue magic. But when I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all all we required. But I forgot one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. The heart? Wow, that was actually an option. The heart? That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. I mean, we literally had to repair one not too long ago. So while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable to bring to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. Awesome, 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 possum, awesome, possum, awesome, possum, awesome, possum, awesome, possum, awesome, possum. Alright, so that's the end of this episode, so this is Firemac saying, toodles, see you next time.